Find the corresponding polar coordinates for the point 2, -2. So here we have a set of rectangular coordinates. Remember, the rectangular coordinates have the form x, y. So x here is 2, y here is -2. In order to find the polar coordinates, we use these two equations. R squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, and the tangent of theta is equal to y divided by x. So since we know x and y, we know that r squared is equal to 2 squared plus -2 squared. So r squared is 4 plus 4, which is 8. R is plus or minus square root of 8. Typically, whenever we get a choice, we choose R to be the positive value. So we'll take R to be positive square root of 8. We could also simplify that a little bit if we need to towards the end. So let's hold off on that for a minute. So R is the square root of 8. Now, the tangent of theta. Again, we know what y and x are, so tangent of theta is equal to -2 divided by 2, which is equal to -1. The tangent of theta is -1. Remember that tangent is equal to the sine of theta over the cosine of theta. So if that is equal to -1, this means that the sine and the cosine are the same value except for a negative. So the sine and the cosine have to have the same value except for the negative in front of the 1. So where does that happen? If you remember your unit circle, the unit circle tells us that here and here the sine and the cosine are the same except for differences in a negative. So again, this is the unit circle, so we'd have negative square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. And here we have square root of 2 over 2 and negative square root of 2 over 2. This angle is 3 pi over 4. This angle would be 7 pi over 4. So the question is, which angle is the correct angle? For that, we have to go back to the original point. The point 2, -2 is in the fourth quadrant. So of course this tells us that our angle 7 pi over 4 is the correct angle. So the point corresponding to the rectangular point 2, -2 in terms of polar coordinates can be represented by the square root of 8 and 7 pi over 4.